Hey, what's up, man? My name is Coach Peko. It's an honor for me to be here. Appreciate you, Coach Prime, for the opportunity. A little bit about myself before I get started. I was last year with the Cowboys, coaching the assistant coach for the D-line there. But before that, man, I was blessed, and thank God for 15 years I played in the NFL at the nose guard position. But that leads me to some of our expectations. Some of the things that helped me in my career to play so long was being able to dominate, man. So as a D-line, I want to see us dominating. What do you mean, Coach? Dominate that line of scrimmage, but not only that, dominate the classroom, right? Dominate individual. Dominate when you're in that body work, doing everything to do to get better. Right? One of the things that I love and that I live my life by is always trying to be someone that's on the rise, right? Never being complacent. Don't ever get like this and downhill. You're always trying to get better every day. Consistently doing that, right? Brings me to my next point, right? Is we're going to be smart players as a D-line. Right, knowing where the backstop is, the back's to the left. Let me widen out a little bit, knowing what blocks are coming, because it helps you to become a player that knows the details of your job. Right, as a D lineman, you only get so many blocks. You get a cut off, you get a reach, you get a scoop. Right, you get a pin and pull. If you dominate each one of those blocks, you know how to execute that, and you're gonna be a hell of a player. You're gonna play a long time. But with all that comes this though, doing the little things right. Right, when you do the little things right, God will bless you with many big things, right? But it starts with doing the little stuff. What do you mean by that, Oos? I mean, when it's time for you to go see your counselor, making sure you're on time for that, right? When it's time for you to go to study hall, making sure you're on time for those little things. Because I know everyone in here is trying to get to the next level, trying to get to the NFL, right? If you do the little things right, it's going to help you out. When we're in those rooms upstairs, we're trying to find who's the best 4D lineman we're trying to see to put on that field. It's guys that are accountable, guys that we can trust, guys that do their job. Right, one of the other things that I want to impress upon you that I want to see in our room is us flying to that ball. Right, the best defenses I've been a part of, 11 hats flying to that ball. We're swarming the ball, right? Because when you see it, offense has one ball out there, right? One football out there. And if we're always around that ball, we're always out there hunting, we're going to be a hell of a team, hell of a defense. Right, those are a couple of things there that I want to see in our unit. Being disciplined, right? Staying locked in, always doing the small things right. I think we're going to have a hell of a season here. Much love. Appreciate y'all.
J Mac from Syracuse, New York, man, came all the way out to see my Colorado Buffs.
What channel do you watch that brought you out here?
The pregame show.
Never watched the college game till last season when Coach Prime came to Colorado. And I am in Colorado at Folsom Field. I am the Colorado Buffaloes auntie from Texas. Sweet treat.
Hey, I've been following the pregame show. It's all about let's go Buffs.
Away from Texas. Yes, sir. Watch you every single day. Nobody lays it down like Uncle Neely and the pregame show.
Neely, pregame show behind the scenes of everything. And why does he get that kind of access? Why does he get that kind of access? Because trust is involved. You would never get the kind of access you desire unless there's trust and relationship. You're trying to put your up on game.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Good to be back in Colorado. Just first day of pads, boys. Let's go out there and let's set the tone right out the gate, man. Don't go out there like trying to dip your foot in the swimming pool and see if it's cold or not. We just got to dive right in that bitch. You know what I mean? So let's go out there, let's set the tone, and let's have a hell of a day today, all right, boys? Let's do this shit.
Hey, Coach, Jake Schwannis, DMVR. Nice to meet you. Just what was the process? How'd you end up, being the defensive line coach at Colorado?
Hey, Jake. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, it's all through networking and through relationships. I've known Coach Prime, you know what I mean, just from TV and from watching him as a kid as one of the best to ever do it. But I have a great relationship with one of Coach Prime's, mentors, Coach Mike Zimmer. So I was with Mike Zimmer last year in Dallas and spent some time with Coach Mike. He was my DC in Cincinnati for 6 years, and then he became the head coach of the Vikings. And then also Coach Livingston, man, he was there when I was there. At the time, he was a scout, and then he started to be a position coach from there, working with the DBs and the safeties. So it was all through relationships. Coach Prime said that I guess he reached out to Coach Zim and asked him if he had a D-line coach in mind, and then my name came up, and then threw my name in the hat. And I thank God for this opportunity. I'm truly blessed to be here, and to be under some great coaches, and the things that Colorado has done the past 3 years I feel like the world has noticed it, man. I remember being in Dallas and on Saturdays when we were all eating dinner, we couldn't wait to find where Colorado was playing, you know what I mean? So the energy, this opportunity, and a chance to go to the next level here is what brought me here. Everyone's right from the ground. Boom, straight up. Boom. Don't be cocking back here, right? That's how you get fucking, that's how the O-line will get your ass. Here we go. Ready? Let's strike the ass. Good.
Coach Brian Howell, the Daily Camera. You were just playing a couple years ago, and now here you are coaching. Were you always wanting to get into coaching, and kind of what led to you wanting to get into this part of your career?
Thank you, brother. Yeah, I don't know if I always wanted to be a coach, you know what I mean? But I felt like as I got older in my career, I became like a player coach. And once I got to like year 10, people just kept looking up to me like, hey, Peko, what do I do on this? Peko, what do I do on this block? And I just felt like I was a player coach from when I was playing, my last 5 years of playing. But when I retired, I took like a year off where I didn't do much football. I thought that once I was done playing for 15 years that I was just going to sit at home, enjoy the family and all that. But I felt like God has been pushing me in this direction. So, just the love for the game, and I really love it. I'm a competitive guy, and just to get back out to coaching and helping these young guys on their journeys, that's what really brings me here, man. Just trying to shine my light and be get these guys to be the best versions of themselves. That's what makes my day, and I really enjoy coaching and excited to be a D-line coach here now.
There you go. Charlie, come here. Hey, Sam, I'm about to send you.
See when you have that right hand in there, so you snatch his ass? That's the way, Barnes. Good shit, brother.
Hey, Coach, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. Obviously, this is an area you're familiar with from your time with the Broncos. Just kind of what's it like being back here, and how much are you looking forward to meeting Buff fans that are Bronco fans, and just kind of having those conversations with people that remember you as a player?
Yeah, man, it's really good to be back in Colorado, man. I had two seasons here, and I know they weren't the best of seasons as far as a team, but I felt like what I brought to the table here in Denver was like a run-stopping, you don't even knows, and I felt like I did my job here. And once people started catching wind of it, a lot of Broncos country was like, heck yeah, happy to have me back. And but yeah, I'm really excited to be back in Colorado. Never been up to Boulder, so this is my first time in this area. It's very beautiful, and just being part of this, man, being part of something that, you know what I mean, where you can take it to the next level, or you can help guys out, help coaches out, help each other out, and sharpen each other up to be the best team that Colorado's ever seen. That's what we're trying to do here, so excited. Hey, BD! There you go. There you go, BD.
Hi, Coach. Adam Munster, Tiger 24/7 Sports. Nice to meet you. I know we're only 2 spring practices in, but just early impressions of that group that you inherited.
Yeah, man, it's a really good group, man. We got a lot of seniors on our group. I think we got like 5 to 6 seniors in our D-line group, and we got some young guys as well, so it's a good mix. But I'm really, when you have a lot of seniors, when you have a lot of guys that this is their last year, their last chance to make it, it brings out the best in everybody. You know what I mean? So that's what I love about our room is the competition that we have. Right now it's our second day of spring ball, and you can see that the juices were flowing today. Guys are playing a little bit faster, and but I really love our room. We got a good group of dudes that are hungry, and coming from Dallas to here, it's a big difference, you know what I mean? Because guys in the league, they kind of already there. They're making a lot of money, you know what I mean? They're at the top, you know what I mean? So coming here, these guys are trying to get to the top, so they're so much hungrier here, and just listen to your every word, and I'm excited that they're showing it on film, man. When you tell somebody in the classroom, hey, do this, do that, and they're going out there second day of spring ball and they're executing it, that's what makes my day. So I'm excited for our group. I think it's going to be a group that leads us, because I feel like the best teams are led from the front. So we're going to definitely take lead and try to lead from the front here. And hey, be the tight end. Hey, tight end's on the ball.
Tony Casolo, Buffalo's Wire. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You mentioned it a little bit there, coaching in Dallas last year, but what are the main differences you see in coaching the pro game versus the college game?
Yeah, I feel like the pros, you know what I mean? A lot of the guys are a little bit older, you know what I mean? And they have kids. They got like 2 kids. They got mortgages, you know what I mean? And not only that, but they're already at the highest level of it, you know what I mean? So you'll coach some guys will take the coaching, some guys are like, I'm already, I know what to do, you know what I mean, it's my job, you know what I mean, but here, man, when you go to the college level, these guys are all hungry. I feel like they're a little bit more hungry and a little bit more coachable, you know what I mean, so those are the major differences I see, but at the end of the day, man, it's football, you know what I mean, so that's what I told one of our guys today. I was like, hey, dude, I know we're telling you to do this, do that, but at the end of the day, man, it's football. Go out there and have fun, you know what I mean, and that's what I really enjoy about college. I feel like the guys are a little bit more hungry here than in the NFL to learn.
Coaches practice 3 with the first day in pads. What are you looking for out of D-line today?
Oh, man, I want to see them going out there and striking people, shedding blocks, and every time it's the first day of pads, man, you want to come out there and set the tone right out the gate. So this is going to be a great day for our guys. You love when you put the pads on. You know what I mean? When you don't have pads on, it's fucking a lot of finesse moves, but now it's time to bring that power out, see who can have a great anchor, see who can stop the run, and see who rises to the top here.
John Treach, 9 News. Coach, great to meet you. When you talk about having those NFL expectations, and so many guys on the staff have that background, what's the biggest challenge in reaching this level of athlete?
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but this is one of the things Coach Prime has been emphasizing on us as coaches, is to find the best way, because each player is different. Some guys like to chalkboard, you know what I mean? They like to see plays like that. Some guys like more walkthroughs, you know what I mean? Some guys like watching more film. So you got to really find out how each player learns the best, and that's what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? I'm seeing some guys that really take it from walkthrough and take it to the field. Some guys are really good on the film work and then can execute. So right now I'm still finding out our room and seeing what guys and how they learn. But yeah, that's a great question. So definitely on the path of learning the best way to teach these guys.
Hey, Coach. I'm Jack Harlow with Buffalo's Wire. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
With the Broncos, if I'm right, you play with Philip Lindsay for a couple of years there?
Yes, sir. Big
just,
Phil.
Just wondering if you talked to him at all, and just because you're great buff, and just what your relationship is.
Yeah, man. I remember Philip Lindsay, brother. He did his thing as a rookie. I think he was a Pro Bowler as a rookie. I remember. Coming from CU, he used to always say that. I was from Colorado, went to Colorado. You know what I mean? That was one of his sayings, you know what I mean? But it's really cool because I seen, but right next to our locker room was a big old picture of Philip, and then inside our indoor facility is a big thing of Philip there. So it's really cool to see Big Phil on the walls here because he was a hell of a player. You hardly see a Pro Bowl rookie player coming that's undrafted, you know what I mean? So definitely a big shout out to Phil, and definitely got to hit him up though. I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but I know one day he'll come on campus and we'll go have lunch and catch up. But shout out to Big Philip Lindsay.
Hey, Coach, Scott Proctor, DMVR. Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Scott.
Likewise. I'm curious your first impressions of working with Coach Robert Livingston and just what you've seen from him. Him leading this defensive unit, and I think him and Coach Zimmer as well have a pretty good relationship as well. Just kind of your first takeaways and working with and being around Coach Liv.
Yeah, man, I really enjoy being back with Coach Rob. When I first met him in Cincy, he was doing a lot of the scouting things at the time, and it's really good to reunite with somebody, man, someone that you trust, someone that you know, and that you have a relationship with. So, and I really love how he makes it simple for the guys. We're not putting in 100 installs. You know what I mean? He's keeping it nice and basic and simple, but at the same time, man, he does a good job of teaching. You know what I mean? And that's what coaching is, man. It's not only about yelling at people and getting them to do the right things, but it's about being the best teacher, you know what I mean, getting the best out of your guys. And I think Rob does a great job of getting the best out of his unit. So I can see Rob being a head coach one day.
On a similar note, obviously getting a chance to work with Warren Sapp, you guys overlapped time in the NFL as well. Just kind of what's that been like? We all saw the energy he brought last year. Just kind of how is it like working with him and collaborating with him?
Oh, it's awesome, man. I've been with him a couple days now, and at practice, he definitely brings the energy. You got to love that. And then also, man, aside from the energy, man, he has so much knowledge as well. At the 3-tech position. So right now, man, he's been working a lot with the 3s, and I've been working with the noses and overall as a group. But it's really good to have a gold jacket in the room, someone that's seen every block, you know what I mean, someone that's been there and done that. Today, like Coach was talking about, Coach Dion's been talking about, Coach Prime, about just running to that ball and going with reckless abandon, swarming that ball. And we pulled up an old clip of Coach Sapp doing it with Tampa and just showing him that I know he has a gold jacket and all that, but it didn't just come, right? He had to work for that thing. You know what I mean? It's just showing how fast he was running to the ball, that whole Buccaneers defense flying around. And we showed a couple clips of that. And it's really great to have former players and guys that have done it at the highest level coaching these young guys. So it's definitely a blessing to be with Coach Sapp. Appreciate it.
Hey, Coach. Matt Smith, Independent. When you first were contacted about this position, what were some of the questions you had, maybe some of the preconceived notions you had? You talked about on Saturdays, you guys used to get together, watch the CU games. And then getting here, what did it feel like in person? Did something surprise you? What did you learn?
Oh man, it's for me, brother. I now that I'm getting into coaching and all that, it's definitely once I got the call, and it was a blessing. When I looked at it as a blessing, I got my family together and we prayed about it. You know what I mean? Because we had to make a decision. So we all live in California right now. My wife and my 3 boys. So we prayed about it, asked God about it, and then we talked about it as a family. And my kids, they're all football players. They're like, Dad, you better go take that job, man. They're like, go do it. You know what I mean? So my wife and my kids were pushing me to do it, and I'm so happy that I'm here now. And once I got into the door, man, I could see why this team has been so successful over the past couple of years because of the energy they have here, the great coaching staff they have, and then not only that, the players, man. The players are hungry and they want to get better. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like that's the name of the game in football. It's what have you done for us now, and then also what are we going to do tomorrow? Let's keep stacking great days and keep getting better and sharpening each other up. But definitely love being here and happy I got that call and happy to be the D-line coach here. Appreciate you guys, man. Much love. Let's go Buffs. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Every time.
Hell yeah.
It's cutting good. We got a forest in front of us. Cut one tree at a time.
So where y'all from?
We up from Miami, Florida.
All the way from Miami.
All the way from Miami.
Appreciate y'all coming, man.
Hey, man, we love what you guys are doing, man. We want to support you in every way.
Appreciate your family.
And we're recruiting at home. Everything we see at home, we bringing it this way.
My man.
You gotta believe. Dude, we've been believing since day one,
That's
dog.
why I gave it to
Remember
you.
back in Jackson State? We've been believing with you in the pregame show.